Hey, what's going on, everybody? BDO44 coming into another video. So I was in the midst of making a video and it cut off, so I'm gonna get right back to it. Anyway, to make a long story very, very short, man, we were discussing here the Freddie Gibbs and Jim Jones situation. It was an alleged fight. It took place in a restaurant in Miami, a very famous restaurant from what I understand. And Freddie Gibbs was alleged to have gotten the worst of the fight. Now, both men walked away with their lives. They're good. Everybody's alive, but some egos are broken there because, stories are being told, and it didn't look like it went the way that you wanted it to go if you're on Freddie Gibbs' side of the game. Now, it's been alleged that Freddie Gibbs has basically, said some disrespectful things about Jim Jones. Jim Jones initially, I guess it sparked from Jim Jones throwing up what Freddie thought was his hood's gang sign. And he, expressed to Jim Jones in a song and via Twitter, from what I understand, that he didn't appreciate that. He essentially said, we're not throwing up that gang sign to represent a brand like you are. We're throwing it up because that's where I'm from, and you can get gone for doing that. And it's like, yo, you're talking to somebody who has his own affiliations, someone who stands on his own thing. So it's like all of Jim Jones's fans and the people who are aware of Jim Jones knows where he's allegedly from, so to speak. So it's like, why would you even think he's throwing up your hood? Even if it appeared he was throwing up your hood, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's, like representing you, because obviously he's representing his own thing. So I thought that was kind of strange. It's a little cloudy, if you ask me. But Freddie took that route. He's trying to keep up the image of being a gangster, you know what I mean? And being one who stands on that. And while I don't know what men don't stand on and do stand on, but in terms of entertainment, if you're going to do certain things, there have to be certain conversations had behind the scenes, Now, I'm sure Freddie Gibbs been in this game for a long time, so he knows that. But, this was one of them situations where you needed to have some conversations behind the scenes, bro. Because, obviously, them conversations didn't pan out, or this would have never happened. It's one thing to have rap beef. You know what I'm saying? The most savvy fans are going to understand that rap beef ain't the same thing as street beef in some cases. And in this case, it's probably just entertainment. But, it obviously got to a situation where it wasn't entertainment. And somewhere things got lost in translation. So if you're going to do clout stuff, make sure the conversations are had behind the scenes would be what I say. And also, if you're going to stand on gang stuff, make sure you're standing on the right gang stuff. He's not disrespecting your hood. If you're looking for somebody to disrespect you, you'll find it. Keep looking, you know what I mean? But don't point out somebody who's doing something you know damn well ain't trying to disrespect you. He ain't even thinking about you when he do it. And then attach yourself to it for clout. And then, expect this to just go smooth without conversations behind the scenes. I just don't understand what Freddie doing. I learned a lesson a long time ago in this life. If you're going to talk that talk, you better be ready to walk that walk. Because even if you're talking that talk to somebody in front of you, it don't necessarily mean that the person behind you ain't going to hit you because of it. You don't know where it's going to come from in a lot of situations. And that's the bottom line. Freddie Gibbs put himself out there when he started, repping that gang life, and trying to call out real gangsters on it. It's like, bro, what are you doing? That's like me asking, a great basketball player to play one-on-one. Yeah, I like basketball, and I consider myself a pretty good basketball mind, but there's a difference between me and somebody who actually do it for a living. I'm not going to be able to roll with them like that. And that's how I look at that Freddie Gibbs situation. I'm not saying he ain't a real gangster, but I'm saying you're going up against Jim Jones. You had better know exactly what it is that you're saying to this person and what it is that his intentions was whenever he did whatever he did, because you're going to have to really follow that through if you're going to deal with him like that. And I think that's understood at this point. So, I don't know. I look at Freddie Gibbs as one of the great rappers out there. His cadence flow, his speed rap is unmatched. This dude is really, really talented. But he's going to have people wondering whether or not he really is the type of guy that is gangster like that. He's going to have people wondering. Because I tell you, it's like you can't have situations like this occur without people questioning whether or not you're really that kind of dude. And, Academics, another one of his alleged enemies, somebody who doesn't really like him too much, has been making a point to point out that Freddie Gibbs comes from a good home with family members that are accomplished and people who are of service to the city and all kinds of different stuff. It's like he doesn't come from a gang-like home. He may have wandered outside, but he didn't come from that. I didn't come from that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand. You can have all this confidence in the world. You can pick up a gun. Hell, you can learn how to shoot better than most. But at the end of the day, if that's not your lifestyle, don't go out there thinking you know how to maximize your opportunities against people like that. You don't know. You ain't gonna know where it's coming from. It's a gang for a reason. They got a lot of them. So that's just what I got to say about that, man. I think Freddie Gibbs is too talented. His music don't have nothing to do in terms of the lane of the music he's in. Nah, his music is more mature than his behavior, and that's why it really don't add up. The brand and the music don't add, because he's trying to be a comedian, but then when you listen to his music, he's rhyming over like Alchemist beats and all different types of backpack rap, and then he brings his phenomenal cadence flow to it, and he makes it come together, a blend between what would otherwise be two types of styles that never come together. That's what makes Freddie so awesome. But it's like, bro, what are you saying? If you're not living a gangster lifestyle, stop rapping about gangster stuff. Stop trying to poke gangster bears. They gonna bite. They gonna attack. Like, you don't have to be a gangster to be respected, man. You don't have to be. And real gangsters do not respect fake gangsters, bro. I've been around enough of them to know they're not going to respect you for fronting. They're not going to respect you for capping. They're not going to respect you for getting the beats breaked off of you for running your mouth on some stuff that ain't even really what you about. You know, now I don't know either one of these men, so I ain't saying who is what necessarily. But what I am saying is, if the story was alleged as it was, he got the worst of it because he spoke the way that he did. And that's just unfortunate. It didn't have to go like that. You know, you can make rap and not try to be gangster. You don't have to be gangster in 2021. There's enough real gangsters, real ones, in the rap industry to where we can tell the difference immediately. This is the last era where a guy's going to be able to fake the funk and actually fool anybody. You're not fooling nobody, because the real gangsters, they are really involved in some real stuff. We know the names. Some of them ain't even here with us no more. We know what they're about. And trust you me, most of those guys are not the loud talking, I did this, I did that. Most of them are talking about, I'm trying to be quiet. This situation's crazy. I need loyalty. I don't need anybody to talk. That's what those rappers, the ones who are really doing it, that's kind of what they're talking about. If they're not talking about the conflicts they're in, addressing the people they have conflict with, then they're probably talking about loyalty and how I need my people to stay down and how I need to stay quiet and how I need peace in my life because crap is crazy. Those are the rappers that I listen to that I'll be like, all right, they really in something. There's really something going on, because they're not trying to be bravado. They don't have time for bravado. They're dealing with real stuff. So that's what I have to say, man. Freddie Gibbs has been through too much. And I ain't forgotten about what Freddie Gibbs went through overseas. I haven't forgotten about that. You know, he went through something extremely traumatic. He got caught overseas and was thrown into a prison in a very, very bad situation. And for him to have come out of that and to not be humble in this way, I think it's very, very weird. It's very unfortunate. For somebody who's seen what you've seen, you shouldn't be clout chasing, brother. You should be trying to steer people away from those circumstances and talking about real stuff. Plus, on top of all that, you guys are older, man. Jimmy's older than me. I think Freddie's probably my age, if not a year younger than me. Y'all old, bro. Stop acting like these kids. That's my thing. You know, they need examples of MCs that are not going to be on that negativity. They're not going to be on that, you know, that war. They got enough of their peers on that. They need their OGs and they big bros to be a better example. You know what I mean? Seriously. As somebody who's y'all age, that's not what they need, man. That ain't what they need. You know? And this gang lifestyle stuff, if that ain't really where you from, man, if that ain't really what you about, bro, ain't nothing in that for you. There's nothing in that for you. Ain't nothing but trouble, heartache, disappointment, letdowns, expectations that you ain't gonna be able to meet. Nah. If you ain't born in that and you ain't in that already, don't jump in that. And certainly don't try to glorify it like you understand it or like it's something that you can manage your way through. You're in uncharted territory, and that's that. So that's how I look at the situation, man. Again, I'm not speaking directly to Freddie Gibbs in regards to this, because I don't know what that man got going on. I'm listening to what everybody else is saying, and I'm taking from this story and using it as a cautionary tale with the lessons within it. But at the same time, it's like if the shoe fits, I think it would be wise to kind of learn from this, man. Like, for real. Learn from this, bro. Next time it could be a bullet. Next time it could be stab wounds. Next time it could be somebody else that you cool with getting the bullet. And you gotta live with that because you ran your mouth, because you was trying to make some people feel like Being gangster's cool. Being gangster ain't no cooler than it's ever been, bro. The hardest gangsters ever known to man are dead or in jail. Mostly dead, bro. Honestly. You know, some of the hardest people I've ever known, may they rest in peace, bro. Literally. So I'm not here to glorify that or make light of that on my channel. Because when you're from Los Angeles, you actually understand that gang life ain't nothing to play with, bro. The hardest, remember what I'm saying about the gangsters, bro. The hardest, toughest gangsters I know are doing one or two things. Either they stressing about staying free, or they're in the midst of conflict, which is stressful in and of itself. But either way, that gangster shit is stressful, fam. It's stressful. And you think you can trust your friends and your buddies, but the moment y'all get hemmed up, somebody talking, somebody sleeping with somebody's girlfriend, somebody breaking up it's all kind of stuff to be caught up, man. Gang life ain't what it's supposed to be, bro. It ain't. It ain't glory. It ain't that glorious stuff that y'all be seeing in the stupid music videos. It's not that, bro. It's not. It's a lot of funerals. It's a lot of sadness. It's a lot of bloodshed, bro. Honestly. So that's what I gotta say, man. My name is BDF44. I wish well for all of the families involved. You know, and I'm just gonna say this. I honestly think New York should really consider how they move, man. Because I feel like from afar, from where I'm at, y'all in a trap. Them people have been scheming against y'all and these various type of mob / gang activities. They've structured the whole city and the policing of the whole city around collecting y'all at once and throwing y'all in prison forever, bro. It's not like that out here. It's not. That's not how it operates. It's different. So, yeah, man, just because I know Jim Jones is part of this conversation, I figured it would be wise to say, yo, y'all in a trap, man. Y'all don't even know how much. Maybe you do. I don't know what I'm saying, but like, if to me, it feels like y'all in a trap. They don't feel like the environment is meant for anything other than catching y'all doing exactly what it is y'all trying to accomplish, man. So more life for everybody, man. Freddie Gibbs, I hope you all right, man. I hope you learn, what you need to learn and grow in your way that you can grow. I look forward to your next project. This ain't deterring me from listening to the music. I got you on plenty of my playlists personally. And Jim Jones the same, bro. Same thing. These are both MCs I like. That's why I'm glad they both alive. My name is BDF44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.